Previously on The Bastard Children of Everil, bastards had made it to Everon, and could hear scratching coming from within one of the houses. Quincy proposed that they do some recon before acting, and Helaena gave him a compliment that made his head entirely too big. Buddy instituted a speaking stick, which, might I add, only Quincy and Buddy fully adhered to. What was once a semi-productive meeting of how to best approach the threat quickly devolved into chaos. Helaena, Quincy, and Abydan checked out the fountain. The stream that flowed through the fountain was completely clean until it reached the fountain, after which it was turned into a pitch-black sludge. Abydan could sense with his divine senses a foul odor coming from the sludge. Quincy determined that the magic associated with the sludge was of a conjuration school of magic, but was unsure of what that fully entailed. Helaena asked some questions. Why Everon? Why expend the energy to cast a spell for Everon? Buddy suggested that it was not a deliberate attack on Everon, but simply a weak point in the world, and that Chevera's presence was opening up these weak points. As they discussed what the purpose of all this was, and why it seemed that people were being drawn to Everil, a terrifying thought occurred to them, that Chevera would make use of all of them, either as thralls, soldiers, or snacks. Abydan is the one who put it the most clearly. Imagine an army moving with a singular will, united by some dark purpose. They then realized that this would lead to Chevera invading the rest of Bardoon with this force. They decided it was time to face what lay within the house. Buddy suggested that Tilda speak with Nantucket and send him inside for a quick peek. Tilda cast the spell that she had done before, and Nantucket was all about this plan, but made it very clear what he thought about Helaena and Abydan. Nantucket scurried inside the house and beheld a horrible sight. A large black and red spider with an ethereal and abominable quality to it, emanating a foul vapor from its body, chomping down on precious stones and gold. As he went to investigate further, he was spotted by the spider. Abydan and Quincy circled the house and caused a distraction to allow Nantucket time to escape. The spider rushed out to get its next meal. Abydan circled back and cast a spell on Quincy, Helaena, and Buddy, blessing them with holy magic. Quincy ran up to the spider and tried to blast it with thunderous energy, but had little effect. He attempted to run away, but the spider closed the gap and clamped down on Quincy's neck. Helaena rushed the creature and sliced off a leg. Tilda healed Quincy, and then was overcome with anger, transforming into a beast of legend, a direwolf. Buddy cursed the spider and caressed Nantucket before firing an eldritch blast at it. As the fight continued, Quincy got free of the spider's mandibles and splashed oil on its face, obscuring its vision. He then hid underneath it, but the spider vanished from sight using an otherworldly ability to enter into the ethereal plane of existence. They all prepared for when it came back, and as it came back into the material plane, they all struck it together. Abydan threw a piece of tinder on it, catching the body on fire and killing the spider. When the spider was dead, they reinvestigated the fountain. Helaena saw under the water that there was a red circle that was a portal to an unknown location. She put the speaking stick inside of it, and it caught fire while underwater, much to Buddy's dismay. Abydan grabbed a leg from the spider and put it into the portal. It was accepted and was not destroyed. Tilda, still a wolf, saw a creature of nightmares watching them in the forest. A floating brain with a beak and many hooked tendrils. But as she went to show everyone else, it vanished. She tried to warn them and drew a crude picture of it for them, but no one could identify what type of creature this was. They split up and searched the buildings while Helaena kept watch. Buddy went to the manor house of Hong. He found a letter that was never sent addressed to a friend in the capital, talking about another time that the fountain was poisoned, but that this time it was different. Quincy went to the solo house of Joshua All, which is where Rami lived, and he found the book of spells she had left behind. Tilda went to the barn, finding a prayer for protection in Elvish to the deity Deja Northu, and a secret stash of weapons. Abydan went to the final house. He found some used cleansing ritual elements, but was not able to find much else. As he started to look for more clues, the basin of purified water shimmered. A water call was coming through. The face of a man with terrible tentacles growing from it was on the other side. He introduced himself as Versi the Deranged, son of Shavera, and explained that he was the one who had been put in charge of the Red Benevix forest. Abydan said, "I promise to use your bones as my kindling," and then insulted his mother. Versi knew exactly who he was, and said that his children and his wolves will trap them in Everon, and they will die. And that is where we are in The Bastard Children of Everil and Unbardoon Adventure. And the story continues now.
Well, hey there, gang.
Hello,
Hey!
hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hello. Oh, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, great. So we just had to recap and everything. We know where everybody is. We are going to start tonight. I believe we are going to start this with Abydan. Abydan being the one who dropped that sick one-liner in last episode. Let's start there. See what happens. Let's go.
Can I just point out my brilliant note taking, because my goal for this session is to take better notes. My notes so far: Feywild equal nothing after. Herda Thimbles was a great meat merchant. Sludge out of foot. Ritual and Jissy friend in capital. Those are all the notes I take. Set a mission. I brought my notebook and pencil out. I'm like, time I have to take better notes.
That's what we call shorthand.
And then
That's what we call half hand.
That's what we call lucky hands.
That's lucky hand.
And then you have me, who the epilogue notes for our home game for Unbardoon was about 30 pages. It was absurd.
Good God.
How do
You
you,
mean you
take
didn't
notes
write Feywild
and do
equal?
things?
Uh,
I have no
I've
idea
got
what that's in
used.
reference to, buddy.
Because I asked you, because you know how like the Underdark is called the Underdraw here?
Oh!
I was like, the Feywild, I thought it was called something else. So I
The
just put
Iluse.
Feywild equal.
The Iluse.
Iluse.
It's called Lost, featuring
You know
your
what?
favorite characters from Lost.
There we go.
What
Note
favorite
complete.
characters?
Feywild equals Iluse.
You know what? I mean,
Other
come
than
on. We
Charlie.
all were in love with Sawyer. Come on.
Were we?
I bet you did not know that Corda Thimos was a great meat merchant.
All right, let's go. Let's rock this. All right. Abydan.
Mm-hmm.
You may use my bones, but I will use your skin, your flesh, your vessels. I will use your petty little brain. I will use everything in my power to destroy you, not just limb from limb, joint from joint. Then I may just snack on your teeth.
Well, they are a good source of enamel, so, you know. But I hope you choke on them, you son of a bitch.
With that being said, the water call ripples away. And you are left staring at an empty basin, and the rest of your party is, well, still sort of scattered. Quincy, what are you doing?
I am walking out of the solo house of you all, and I go and rejoin with Helaena. Well, I got what I came for, and didn't really find anything else. Is everything quiet out here?
Everything seems quiet, but with so many strange things about, I don't know that everything is quite what it seems.
Has no one else come back yet?
Not yet.
Well,
You see Tilda running up as a wolf.
brace yourself. Oh wait, is that
It's-
Tilda?
I think so. In all the chaos, I thought she disappeared and then we gained a wolf, but
Yes.
I like sit down and like try to stick up my hand to wave. To be like, yes, it's me.
I shake.
Hi.
Shake the hand.
Helaena kind of like waves back.
Just a lot of nodding and a lot of.
You can't tell us if you found anything interesting, can you?
Oh, Tilda can speak
Jake's
wolf.
head.
Tilda can speak wolf. I cannot speak wolf.
It's okay. So I think something as my circle, I can actually bonus action out of it.
Right, but you only get 2 actual wild
I only get
shapes
2
a day, so
per short rest.
a short rest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So I'm
That's
probably
nice.
just gonna go ahead and bonus action out of it so I can talk. So
Okay.
you just see
That's
suddenly
complex.
this wolf transforms back into the tiny little halfling.
All right, on a scale from just like a pop into place to the transformation scene from American Werewolf in London, what does it look like?
I don't think it's as gory as that.
That's good.
My brain is honestly envisioning like
Animorph books.
Yeah, Animorphs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am seeing the cover of those books.
I was kind of
It's
hoping
just
for
Tilda.
giant Scrappy Doo turning back into little Scrappy Doo
Oh my
from
god.
the Scooby movie.
That's also a good one.
Yes.
But I come out of it and I'm like, yes. So the barn, there was like a weapon stash.
Hold on.
Wait.
Before we talk any more about this, is this something you could always do?
Does that hurt?
No. To both questions.
Okay.
So I got really angry.
Yes, I get angry too, but,
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
got
turn into
angry.
a wolf.
Yeah, so I got angry and then I turned into a wolf. I don't know what that's about yet, but I was just super bad. We were facing this spider. I was kind of scared. And then I thought about all those stories that I used to read. And then, suddenly I was a wolf and I just kind of went with it. Anyway, in the barn, there's a weapons storeroom and like a weird
you-
prayer on the wall.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think we need a minute to adjust.
Is this
I
not?
think I could do it again.
Is this normal for you? Like you just like inherit more powers or something like that? The healing, that's fine. That's fine. Please do that more. But Wolf.
I don't know. I don't
Can
know.
you turn it- Can you
I
turn
don't-
into anything
sorry.
else?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe. But I don't know who my mom was. I don't know who. Well, obviously I know who my dad was, but I don't know anything about him.
yes, the
I
great
don't know.
stories of King Everil being a wolf.
You never know. We'll see where this goes. But anyway, weird writing on the wall, some sort of prayer to some, I think an elven god or anyway.
Oh, do you know who it was to? Like what the name was?
Dja Earthu?
You don't mean Northu?
That could be an N that I wrote, indeed, in my notes.
What? You carried around a notepad as a wolf?
You'd be surprised what I could back in this wolf.
Do I know anything else about Dja Northu than what she got?
That's a great question. Make a religion roll.
Okay. No. 1 for a total 5.
You got a crit 1? You would know the name of this god, but you know nothing whatsoever about who they align themselves to or anything like that. Correct.
well, since Quincy doesn't know anything, does Helaena? Since she's present for this conversation?
Sure. Make a religion roll.
Nat 1. 2 in a row.
Don't curse me like that because you know it will happen.
I think it'd be funny.
Listeners, if anyone who's played D&D with me knows that my rolls are abysmal 99% of the time.
It's true.
Okay.
Very true.
Right. 12 total.
12 total. Again, you would know Dja Northu as being the elven god of wisdom and leadership, specifically having the cleric domain of knowledge. Dja Northu is most closely associated with another deity, though, which would be Hitorna, or Hitorna, which is the deity of magic of nature and has the cleric domain of nature. They are friends. They are often depicted in religious scripts as being next to each other.
They were roommates?
I was thinking it, but I wasn't going to say.
Based off of Sappho.
That was so stupid. I loved it. Anyways, that's what you would know. And that would be Hittorna, Hittorna. Are you relaying that information to Tilda, Helaena?
Yes, I catch her up that I'm somewhat familiar. It does seem strange, though, that would be the deity they would devote themselves to here.
I don't know. The prayer, the writing on the wall was some sort of prayer of protection. Like wisdom that was given among the farm. It didn't make a lot of sense, and then there was a pile of weapons next to it. So I don't know how much they were trusting this guy.
Well, religious protection is dubious at best, so it's always good to have
Abydan
some
would
steel
know.
by your side. Possibly
I'm
when,
sure Abydan would, yes.
when he returns, we should ask. Although, how thorough is his education? If he doesn't have a deity, do they get a crash course? I'm not familiar with
I'm pretty sure it is just like general religion. Like you take that class as like a gen ed or something.
All right.
He would do a liberal arts college.
He majored in sociology.
I've figured, yeah.
Should we just wait
At
for
about
everyone else?
Well, at about this time, Buddy, what are you doing?
I had a question.
Certainly.
How does the Great Hong dress?
Oh, well, he is much older, and he doesn't do quite as much of the farming as what his sons do. So he sort of has, it's not quite like overalls necessarily, but he does wear some sort of, it's still farming clothes, but it's like a collared shirt instead of it being, you know, an open crew or an open V-neck.
I come out in a collared shirt that they did not see me in before,
Sure.
and I go, "All right, everyone, what's happening around here? I got a note," and I pull out a piece of paper, and there's a friend named Gizzy or something. That's all I can tell from this. But how's everyone else doing?
Buddy, you look nice.
Well, this old thing, I've been having this in a pack for so long, I'm surprised it wasn't wrinkled.
Does it even fit him? Like, fully?
Better not.
No. It is incredibly tight. It is.
Well, how tall is the Great Hong? Because Buddy's like 5 foot.
I figured
no,
he would be
it-
like 6'5" and like burly or something like that.
He is pretty tall. He's about 6'2", but he's thin as a rail. Like he's a
Okay.
Buddy's
it's like
pretty.
but Buddy's
thin,
It's like
Buddy's
a
pretty
night shirt.
So it's like a night shirt, but there's at the belly button, the buttons are stretched.
They're like Ebenezer Scrooge. Like,
Absolutely, he is big Scrooge energy right now.
Big Scrooge energy.
are you sure that's yours?
Well, of course, I've had this for years. What are you talking about?
Fantastic. Does it matter?
Hey, Nantucket, is he lying to us?
I
I can't really
Are
do
you
anything
trying-
about him.
Buddy, the
casting
letter.
It's on a sheet. What am I supposed to do? Take notes every time?
Are you
Buddy.
casting Speak with Animals again?
Is what Nantucket may have said.
Yes.
Buddy,
I'm-
about this letter?
Yeah. I'm not much for deciphering meaning behind things, but I know that there is a friend to the Great Hong in the capital, and here, you take it. I just give it to Helaena because she seems like she knows. She would know more people than me.
Helaena reads it. Do I gain any new information?
You read over the letter, just saying that, it appears that this is happening again. We are doing everything that we can to make sure that the farm continues to run. That's the gist of the letter.
Were there any other letters, responses from this Gizzy talking about previous iterations of the fountain becoming polluted? And I sort of hold the letter out to everyone else and say, apparently this isn't the first time.
No, his closets were bare. His drawer was empty. This is the only thing of note that I found.
Buddy, did you check for loose floorboards? Somewhere someone might have stored letters to keep them safe.
Oh no,
Secret
I forgot
compartments?
something in the house. And I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna look for loose floorboards.
Before you do that, before you go back in to check for loose floorboards, Abydan, do you walk out of the room or out of the house?
Abydan grabs the ritual implements that he already kind of half gathered and just stuffs them all in the bag, ties it up, puts it on his belt, and then just starts sprinting, just full on, just sprinting out the house. Unless there's a window, in which case he would jump out that, but it's the most direct route to the party. So
yeah, the most direct route would probably just be the front door.
Abydan, remind me what armor you're wearing.
Leather.
Okay, I didn't know we were gonna hear you going clink, 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 clink,
No,
clink down the stairs.
No, unfortunately not. But
as you rush out of the house, you don't look necessarily pale, but there is something across your eyes that gives people the sense of immediate worry. And this is as Buddy is sort of walking away to go and check for loose floorboards.
As I'm scything, I'm like waving because if I remember right, I was kind of up on a hill because I'm in the manor house. So as I'm coming down the hill, I'm like waving my hands.
Buddy, hold. Abydan, trouble?
Have to leave
Where?
here,
No, I mean, where do we go?
not here.
By
Great.
about this time, about 30 seconds will have passed, and Abydan, you'll probably arrive there just after a screaming match down the hill. Be somewhat out of breath. Not saying that you're out of shape or anything, but you know it would be a lot in one go.
I just spent 5 rounds using the dash action, so I'd be pretty tired.
Right, pretty much. The first person that you run into though is Buddy.
Buddy,
Yeah.
trouble is on the way. Bad squid man thing coming here.
How wait, what, like the mind flayer? How soon?
Not Mind Flayer, but Mind Flayer adjacent, and very soon sending
Like we need to hightail it like right now.
either that or we make our stand here.
Okay, let's go. I
guess-
abandon my search for floorboards and I just run.
Are you running back
You
towards
running
the
to-
group or just away?
I just run. The way we came, I'm just going.
Oh no.
While Abydan talks to Buddy, I'm just like, so do you have any like cravings when you turn into a wolf, or like
No,
Buddy?
things
Okay.
smell kind of weird. Okay, Buddy is. All right.
Imagine
and then
if you
I start
will-
running after Buddy too. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
imagine
I
if
don't
you
know where
will-
he's going.
Filch from Harry Potter when he's running trying to deliver messages.
It's a very specific run.
Yes.
Holding the paunch down.
Abydan, what did you say to him?
We've got bad news coming our way. So apparently, a Mind Flayer servant is after us now.
what?
He knows all of our names, and he's sending troops here.
So whether we bowed or
Troops.
not, we were still going to die. Fantastic.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
no.
a little bit concerned that he didn't just kill us right then. So this is preferred.
I suppose. But, Buddy, Tilda, don't go back the way we came.
That would be where they're coming from.
Oh, and he turns around and just starts back.
He didn't give me a chance to tell him that. He just took off.
And
I would
by-
like to
by the
also
time
mention. I would like to also mention that while Buddy turns around, he absolutely passes Tilda on the way back.
and once he passes by us, I'll just like grab the back of his shirt.
Yeah, I want to grab
Whoa.
Tilda by the back of her shirt, like like a cartoon kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that. Where he's pulled off stage.
and I just
The
grab him.
pain of a vaudeville show.
Yeah.
Whoa, Buddy, we must stick together.
I mean, yeah, I thought you guys were right behind me.
So the decision is now: do we run or do we make a stand in this town?
Do you really think
really
that we
we run.
could?
Okay.
I was like,
But
I just turned from a wolf. I am tired. I have no energy left other than to run. I can't fight a weird squid thing. That's the same thing I saw earlier, right? Versi is when I was a wolf and I was okay.
no, it's
Cool.
not.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna tell y'all. Like, I saw this.
Yeah,
weird
you probably need to
with-
tell everybody that you saw something first.
The thing I was trying to draw
Yeah.
for y'all. The thing I was trying to draw for you is some like creepy tentacle brain creature thingy. He was watching us. I wonder if he's connected to this guy.
We need to go.
Agreed.
Buddy's
But
gone again.
Very-
Where do we go?
Buddy!
Did anyone find any indication of where we should go next?
No, and that's why I'm confused. We haven't even fully looked into everything here. So where do we go?
Weren't we offered sanctuary with the red trees?
Yes, but
Do we know
Isn't
if we can trust them? I know.
no. I mean, how far away are they? That could be all the way in Estera.
Should we just follow the stream?
No, that's too obvious. Far too obvious.
Then
Well,
maybe
how
we'll
Hey
else
guys,
are we
I'm
going to-
following the stream.
Well, how else are we
Helaena.
going to get answers?
Helaena, make a nature roll, please.
Oh my god.
Why?
Another nature roll for Elena.
Why do I keep making nature rolls?
It's not like I could make them any better, even though I'm a druid.
I have a 10 in it, so don't ask me
Again.
to roll.
Again, I'm probably the best suited for that because I have a 4, but
11 total.
With an 11 total,
We're working our way
you're
down.
familiar enough with the surrounding area. You guys have been heading from north to south, and if you guys were to continue going in that same direction, eventually more southbound, you would hit the major town within the kingdom known as Rhetoric.
and sorry, go ahead.
We can continue on our journey and go to Redoran, but what are the odds that we're recognized there?
Well, shouldn't we be? I mean, honestly, if we are going to continue running, they obviously know who we are, whether or not we hide our identities.
They know our names specifically and our
That's-
faces.
Do they know our minds?
That
They
I
will.
don't know. But it is better to take the chance on losing anonymity and living than remaining, unknown and being eaten by wolves and hook-handed fiends in the forest.
What?
Then Red
Wait,
Rat.
what? Hook-handed feet? What are you talking about? What information did you get?
Bullet points. Bad guys coming. Need decision now.
Hang on, was that not a metaphor? Like literal hook-handed fiends?
I don't know if they are actual fiends, but they will have hook hands.
We should go. We should definitely, very definitely go.
Just continue on to Redoran for now and then figure it out later?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
We can at least try to lose ourselves in the city.
Buddy, Tilda.
Oh, I was with Buddy. We started going that way
I'm
already.
out of breath, and I'm looking back, like checking my pulse, like, guys, I thought it was an emergency. What are we doing?
He's like got
Abydan
150
did
feet.
start running at us saying, we have got to go.
I know
A lot of
I'm the only
urgency.
one who has expressed the proper concern by running.
The lanky elf man is just like scything just down the hill. We gotta go!
Did anyone find any additional food that we could have taken or anything? I don't want to just eat berries all day.
No.
Don't we still have some
We
of
need
those?
some
We have
spider.
jerky too, I think.
The jerky, yeah.
It's true.
I did-
Also, in one of the houses, there's a little bit of stuff left in the pantry. Just be careful of how much time you spend here.
Fair enough.
We'll
go.
I would like to say before we immediately bolt, I did find some things that could help solve the corruption process. Maybe need to do more research on it.
I don't care about that. No one lives here right now, and we are about to not be living here.
No,
also.
not here. Not here. I mean, in general. We gotta go though.
Yes. Redoran.
Can I look around and see if I notice anything like trailing us right now?
What's your passive?
11, but I am trying to actively look.
Make a perception check.
Thank you. Hey, 19 total.
Yee.
Total 19. You don't see anything directly around.
All right.
Right around there.
All right. You all begin your trek to Redoran. I think I mentioned this before that Everon is on the pathway to Redoran. It's just up the hill some.
Right.
It's used as sort of a not necessarily a mediary town, but it's sort of it is sort of a midway. So you guys have a few days worth of walk to be able to get there, but it sounds like you guys are moving in somewhat of a hurry. What sort of speed are you guys looking at going?
Hurried.
Tilda.
Yeah?
A question for you.
What's up?
How fast can your wolf form move?
It's a great question. I don't know. I just did that for the first time. How
50 fast can you move faster than you normally do?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Maybe we have someone ride on you that's slower.
I think she's the
I don't
only
think I'm
slow
that
one.
big of a wolf.
No, I mean,
guess I'm a dire
direwolves
wolf.
Direwolves
are
pretty
large,
big.
though.
That's true.
Yeah, they're large creatures. They're big.
Yeah.
So we can actually ride on a direwolf. So
Yeah.
Do we want to ride on a dire wolf?
I'm
Because I can change one more time before I take a short rest.
down with riding a wolf. That would be sick.
Okay. I have to see if I can do it again.
Hey,
Adam,
believe
say
in
something
you.
no, say something that's gonna make me angry.
you're short.
You deserve that scar.
Ooh, all right.
Oh,
I'm a wolf
okay.
immediately.
oh,
Oh, dang!
That was good.
All of us
Jeez,
just
Helaena,
had a
that
very
was-
visceral reaction to that.
That,
That
that
was-
reminded
That was really harsh, Helaena.
that
No,
reminded
we
me
needed
of
her to-
something.
Change quickly.
That reminded me of something my mother once said about a vicious mockery, and I did not take that.
Ah, yes, the roast master.
Anyway, I'm a wolf now, so
As you are a wolf,
Oh.
yes, one person may climb on your back.
Does this require land vehicle proficiency?
Nope.
Since,
think that's-
since
you
she's
can't
like
just-
a
I'm an
sentient
animal.
creature,
Call a
right?
wolf a land
Yeah.
vehicle.
Horses require vehicle proficiency on land.
Well, yeah. but
Generally.
since
This
she's
is
like
a
a
companion.
yeah,
This is
she-
this is a
That makes sense.
compatriot.
Now I understand.
I have a mind.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I have feelings, Helaena.
I will.
That are hurt. I'm
barks at
angry.
you.
Helaena can't get on my back. I'm mad at her.
Abydan will gently pet you on the snout and rub your fur.
Ew.
This
calm
is
her
a
down.
little weird.
A little weird dude.
Tilda-
Just start going a little bit faster. Like some-
I mean,
Right. So who is hopping on?
who can walk the slowest?
Everyone
we all
else
have
is,
movement speed
is
30.
30.
30.
Except for
But-
you, who has 25.
yeah.
But since
You are now the
Abydan's,
fastest.
I'm not.
but
Yeah.
since Abydan's being weird, Quincy will just jump on.
How am I being
Come on,
weird? I'm
Quincy.
being supportive.
You're
You can't
petting
just pet
her
your
without
sister. You
permission.
can't just pet your sister.
Didn't I tell you that not to touch me? When I was
No.
Did you ask for consent?
Episode 1, Noah.
I
She
said,
said, "Do
"Don't
not
touch
touch me."
It's
You
fine.
also-
It's fine.
You
Being
It's
also,
okay.
Quincy,
So
we're
would
just
Abydan
vibing.
remember that then?
Yeah, Abydan would have remembered.
All right. Well, then I wouldn't do that then.
Yeah.
No, you still did it. You still did it.
Well,
Quincy, you are
I was a
on.
wolf, so-
Quincy, you're on Tilda's back there. The rest of you are moving at your normal 30-foot speed, unless, of course, you are bolting it, which does double your movement speed if you guys are going to be moving at a fast pace.
I think we
Yeah.
need to be moving with the expediency of the vice principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off of running. Then when we see somebody, we slow down just a little bit. And
Yep.
then we run more, and then we slow
Yeah.
down whenever we see someone, just so we don't alert people.
Right.
episode 8, the pop culture reference episode.
Yeah.
This is me. This is just who I am. Don't
No,
come
some
at me
kind of-
like this.
What are we? Some kind of breakfast club?
All right, everyone, I'm gonna cripple Abbott, and we're just gonna leave him.
No,
Glasses
please.
me and let's run.
All right.
All right.
You all begin running off. I'm going to pick a person at random. Give me 1 second. There are 5 of you.
Helaena, please make a nature roll.
No.
Quincy, you should know
I
that
refuse.
I'm trying to do some tricks, like some jumps.
Ooh.
I'm like, ooh, yeah.
I will help you. I will. I'll
It is
jump when you
Tilda.
jump.
It is Tilda that I need to make a roll, please.
Okay, what do you want me to roll? I am also rolling for performance to see how well my tricks go.
We'll
Yeah,
roll for
okay.
performance first.
18.
Roll
for
for performance
performance.
first. Yep.
18
Okay.
for performance. We're doing some good tricks.
I'm like, I do a kickflip on the
Yeah,
dire
yeah.
wolf.
Yo,
All right, what do you want me
to
wanna
roll,
see a
Noah?
sick trip?
You would do a Tilda.
dude.
Yeah.
A Tilda Ollie. Yeah.
Like you
Uh,
jump and I roll underneath you and you
Yeah.
keep going. Yeah. that's what's up.
Pretty great. I love it. I hate it. All right. Tilda, go ahead and roll a d12 for me, please.
Ska music comes on.
Play a game. Can I find my D12? That's not it. There it is. Just
Yep, just normal d12.
So a 1.
Great. Awesome.
Good. Good. I rolled a 1.
You all run for about an hour before you guys decide, okay, we're probably far enough away at this point to maybe rest for a second.
How long have we been running?
1 hour out
Okay.
of the possible 12.
Oh.
A D12 is so high for hours. Man.
mean,
I was gonna give
were
it to
trying
you
get out
guys.
there.
I was going to give it to you.
God, I rolled a 1. You're welcome, guys.
All right. It's more exhausting riding a direwolf than I thought.
Because I kept just doing tricks the whole time. I was like,
And- Well, actually, since your wild shape only lasts an hour, that's probably when
That's
you
true.
decide. that's
and then
that's
I just
time.
keel over.
And I just like roll off of you and just, oh, okay.
I think we can stop.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Quincy, you're heavy.
I am sorry.
But listen, that was a sick trick. Let's do it again later.
Absolutely.
We
So,
go to sleep.
do we know where we are?
You guys are an hour south. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot I
Buddy-
can say here. You guys are an hour south.
Okay.
Oh,
Buddy
sorry.
licks his finger and holds it up to the
Everon.
wind and goes, "We're about an hour south."
Can
Yeah.
you describe what the forest looks like right here? What's around
Yes,
us?
I can absolutely do that. So you guys are still in the Red Benevix Forest. Specifically, things that are around you. All right, Quincy, you asked for it earlier. Go ahead and make a nature roll,
Okay.
and I'll
Is there any way I can
narrate.
assist?
I'll narrate while this happens. So you guys are amidst the Red Benevix Forest. These trees are giving you guys a lot of shade, a lot of good cover. You haven't seen anything moving at this breakneck pace or anything like that. You guys, are pretty successfully away from the town, and nothing seems to be coming from the south, the direction that you guys are heading. So, one of the first things, Quincy, what did you get on your nature roll, buddy?
Buddy helping me or no?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
asked if I could assist.
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
So 12.
Okay. One of the first things that you're able to see is that now that you guys are so far south, you are able to see orange, green, and blue star mosses. Star mosses are growing on the trees themselves that typically show which way is north and which way is south. All of them grow on the south side of the tree, and they give some sort of weird bioluminescence whenever the stars are out and they catch a little bit of the starlight. Another one of the things that you all successfully did tricks over are Delos vines, Delos vines. They are sentient but nonverbal vines that attempt to trap their victims and eat their blood once they're suffocated. You guys jumped over a significant amount of these on your way down because you had to get off the path at some point, just because the path was, you could see that it was getting traveled on a little bit more. Last thing here, you are also able to see in terms of creatures. You spotted right now where you guys are sitting. You're looking at 3 leopard frogs. Those are carnivorous frogs that are spotted and sized almost the exact same size as leopards. So there's 3 of them here directly around you, but they are not paying you much attention at this moment. They're a little bit farther away from you, about 30 foot away. They are feasting on what looks to be the squirrel creatures that I mentioned last session, the saber-eared squirrels.
Man took a stay in my pocket.
Are they known to eat humanoids?
They are entirely carnivorous, yes.
Eee.
They're big leopard frogs. Yep.
Are they good to eat? Like for us to eat?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. That's a.
They're. I mean,
frog
Okay.
legs taste a lot like chicken normally.
That's at least a tertiary trophic level, so we're kind of losing a lot of calories. From a sustainability standpoint, they're not very good for us to consume. That's all I'm saying.
they're 30 feet away and distracted, and I think we are going to get tired of jerky. A little bit of fresh meat might be good.
Helaena, Abydan, let's sneak up on them if you want.
I'm up for the
Absolutely.
But first, before we do that, can I make sure that there are no creatures with exposed brains around or anything like that?
Or beaks or tentacles.
I'll go ahead and give this to you. You don't see any.
Is Davy Jones?
Davy
here?
Jones, damn it. Oh, it's so close.
Yeah. Okay, so
Is Bill Nye in the room with us?
I will draw my sword very slowly and silently.
Okay. Roll for stealth.
Is that for everybody or just Quincy?
Abydan, are you going to hunt as well?
Si, senor.
Okay.
And yes,
And
roll for
Helaena.
stealth, and Helaena also roll. Yeah, all three of you.
How far away from these are we?
About 30 foot.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do a bid.
Is it going to get us killed in the long run?
No, probably not.
Fantastic.
So I am going to. Well,
What?
I
Hold
got.
on. What? Yeah, you guys have got to tell me your stealth rolls, and then Buddy has a bit.
I
I'll get
want to
stealth
wait
rolls, and then
until
I'll
they're
get-
like 5 feet, and I want to Eldritch blast it and try to kill it in one hit.
I mean, I wasn't
Okay,
going to move.
there are three of them. Just bear that in mind. There are three.
The one that's furthest from them.
Okay.
Noah, point of clarification.
Yes.
How big are these things?
They are the size of actual leopards.
Actually, okay, so I was going to try and shoot mine with a bow because I can deal as much damage with a bow as I can with a sword. So I would take the farthest one away. So that will be the one that Buddy just absolutely tries to blast.
Okay,
Logically.
well, we'll resolve that in just a second. The three of you, what did you get for stealth? Helaena, you first.
16.
16. Abydan,
22.
22. And then Quincy.
I got an 11.
Okay. All three of you remain hidden up until you get to about 5 foot away. Quincy, you snap a twig directly behind Buddy. You now have a choice. One of the leopard frogs is looking directly at Quincy with what looks to be almost like saw blade teeth in its mouth. It is looking at you, Quincy. A hand, yes.
One thing that I was going to prepare as I was doing that, I wanted to cast Silent Image, and it would be a 15-foot cube directly almost in front of, or like in between me and the frogs and Helaena, to where it just looks like to them the terrain that we were already in.
Okay.
So
These
essentially
things-
just like an illusion. in front
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. These things have a stupid high wisdom.
Well, it's an investigation check.
But it's investigation. Okay. All
Ooh,
right.
got him.
That changes it.
Some
Reading
tells
the-
me these
Alright.
frogs are wise.
Reading the spell tells you what the spell does.
The illusion of what you just described does go off and serves as a barrier in between. So it does turn to face you because of hearing the twig snap, but is in fact distracted by this. Buddy, you are still left now with a choice of either shooting the one that is in front of Quincy or shooting the one that is that Abydan is also aiming at.
You're right. I shoot Quincy. I'm kidding. I shoot the one in front of Quincy. I know.
The Mind Flayer's already got Buddy. That's the
Okay.
twist.
That is a natural 18 on the die. I just want to see what number this is because it seems like it's going to be high.
25?
It's a 24.
24.
Nice.
Awesome. With a 24, you are able to hit this creature. Abydan, Helaena, and Quincy, you were able to roll to hit. All three of you go ahead, and then we'll calculate damage here in just a second.
Nat 20,
Buddy.
baby.
Buddy, go ahead and roll for damage.
So that it rolled a 3 on the die, so 7 points of damage.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
And since
Um,
it technically can't see me, would this be an advantage?
Yes, this would be an advantage. Good reminder there, Quincy.
Hallelujah, thank you, because that first would have been a 9 to hit.
Abydan, you got the nat 20, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
I got a 22.
22 will hit. Helaena?
9 to hit, because the next thing I rolled was a 7.
Helaena, you do not hit.
No.
Hey, don't worry, Helaena. Your RP game on point though.
Thank you.
All right, Buddy, what is damage?
7.
7 points of damage, and that is to the one that is directly in front of Quincy, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Quincy, what is your damage?
10 slashing.
Perfect. All right, Abydan.
17 piercing.
All right, perfect. 17 is how many hit points these creatures have. Just by the way, I will go ahead and tell you. So collaboratively, you guys killed 2 of the 3. Tilda, what are you doing as this is happening?
I think I'm so tired. I just ran a mile with Quincy on my back.
A
No, you
single
ran
mile?
an hour. You ran
That's
an
what I
hour.
Ran an hour.
Sorry, I ran an hour with Quincy on my back. I think I laid down somewhere nice, and they were like, "Let's go hunt and do some stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, sure." And so I'm just conked somewhere. I'm sleeping.
All right, good deal.
So,
I love it.
So to
So
describe this a little
Helaena,
bit.
yes, go ahead, Quincy.
Yeah, so to describe this a little bit, I step on the twig, it snaps, it turns around and then sees nothing because I threw up the silent image. But then Buddy just snipes it, explodes in the sparkles and everything, and then Quincy just comes right out of the illusion with 2 hands on the long sword and chops the head of this frog off.
As
I love it.
Quincy slices the head off of this frog, he feels just a whisper of wind go sailing past his ear, and the frog directly in front of you, just an arrow just sticks out of its eye all of a sudden and just falls over. Just
Yeah,
slumped into the
Helaena
ground.
Helaena goes in to hit one of the leopard frogs and is absolutely blinded by the sparkle blowback of Buddy's Eldritch Blast and just goes, whoa!
Can we say that my Eldritch Blast leaves glitter behind?
Oh yeah, that's how I've imagined it.
Yeah,
Because the thought of Helaena covered in glitter is hilarious to me.
she
Like
just
it's
goes.
never coming off you.
No.
She just.
And so there's still 1 frog left?
That is
Frog.
correct. The one directly in front of Helaena, which now is going to be attacking Helaena real quick.
Right.
Does it not get a surprise condition?
It does. You know what? It does. It's surprised because it hears the Eldritch Blast. It sees its 2 companions fall.
No, my wife, my son. I'm so shocked.
Oh, my chainsaw teeth, they don't work anymore.
Yeah.
It probably would have the surprised condition. Helaena, roll to hit. It's not an advantage at this point.
Yeah.
17 plus 5.
A 22 will hit. A 22 will absolutely hit.
My curse
Finally!
has been broken.
Has 17 hit points. And it will
Oh, that's max damage,
That's-
so 6 plus 3, 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Finally.
Great.
And
Yeah, Helaena goes reeling, wipes the glitter out of her eyes with one hand, and just comes back down on this frog with the other.
I
And
love
she
it.
looks over her shoulder at Buddy like, "You're next."
Can't keep a
I'm
good commander
sprinkling
down.
more glitter like that
Is
dude
it-
with salt.
is it still up?
Yes, the frog is very much so still alive.
So I unsheath the dagger. Oh, let me get that for you, Helaena, and then just throw it to try and steal kill or kill
Yep.
steal.
Yep. Go ahead and roll
This
hit.
will, This doesn't work. I'm trying to kill
Please
still
miss.
too.
Please miss.
16.
Dang it.
A 16 will hit.
And deal infinite damage because of a combo with 2 of my cards. No.
Yugi?
4 points of damage.
Attack points aren't everything.
So it is taking a total of 13 points of damage now.
Still-
All right, a second arrow is gonna come at this thing.
Can I like wake up, hear this commotion,
Yes,
see what's
Tilda,
going
you
on,
get priority.
and can I throw my ice knife?
Yes, you may do ice.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
If I
hit
don't
Helaena
hit
and-
this, I'm gonna be so bad. But I'm just like waking up from a stupor, like guys, and just
I'm trying to
Fuck
sleep.
it.
Shut up.
It's gonna hit Helaena when it explodes, though.
it'll be fine.
Oh,
I'm half
boy.
awake. Why do I think
It's completely in character. I like it.
Why do you think I'm thinking straight? That is a 19
A 19 will hit.
to hit, and then I'm not just gonna, 8 points damage.
That's dead.
Ooh. 8 points
Oh,
of
and
damage.
then-
Absolutely.
and then think each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it's a dex save. It's a dex save for Helaena.
A dex
actually-
save of 12.
It would be a dex save for Quincy as well.
No,
I
he threw a
threw
dagger.
my dagger.
Yeah.
I was the only person doing melee on this cheetah
Oh,
frog.
accurate.
Leopard
accurate,
frog.
accurate. Yep.
Mhm.
Highly doubted it's a 10 total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So
Yeah, no.
You're gonna go down to Tilda's friendly
I believe
fire.
it's 2d6 cold damage.
yeah, it's
right?
2d6 of cold. You have
I
5
have not
points
taken-
of cold damage.
I have not taken damage the entire time, and you just did damage to me.
I'm so sorry. You just see me like come
Oh,
out of
there.
like behind a tree, throw my ice knife. You're like, I'm trying to sleep. Sorry, Helaena, and then I just walk away.
Oh, I thought you were just on the ground and you're just like, yeah.
Well, like I pop out from behind a tree, and I'm like,
Okay.
sorry, Helaena. I forgot about that.
Oh, whoa!
Art.
She
Are-
whirls around, looks at. She's got not only has she got sparkles all over her, but she's probably got like one of the stupid like ice spikes sticking out of her arm because that's 5 points. Of
I'm
damage
already
out of
back. I'm
22.
already back laying down. I'm back behind that tree.
Pulls it out, marches over to you, picks you up by the front of your shirt, and puts you up against the nearest tree and goes, "Ever heard of friendly fire?"
I don't have that.
Fire isn't friendly, it burns you.
I
Well,
just have ice knives. Just, Helaena,
I'll
I'm
go
trying
over
to
to
sleep.
Helaena.
I killed
Watch
it.
Where you shoot those
Yeah,
things.
Yeah, you're fine. You're tough.
She throws you to the ground, just tosses you, and turns around and walks off.
Okay, all right.
Abydan
Buddy-
will go after her. He's the healer.
The closest he's gotten to is with Tilda. When he sees that, I think he's gonna cast sleep on Helaena. Because that feels uncalled for.
Yeah.
Like as an accidental byproduct.
She hit her for 5 points of damage, and in the army, Helaena would have done a lot worse to her from friendly fire. You would have been put up on the whipping post because you were undisciplined with your weapon in some way.
Yeah, but this is a teaching lesson for family.
Yes.
All
So-
so
I
that's
didn't
it.
know.
Helena's
I was
not
half
there yet.
asleep.
All right. So with sleep, Buddy, go ahead and roll 5d8.
7. Oh, drop my dice. 26, a third 7, fourth 7,
Yeah.
33,
That's 33.
and a final 4,
So 37.
37.
37.
Here's the thing: she's walking off. Are you still casting sleep on her? She's not going to be
I
happy
would
if
say
you
I
knock
would
her out.
cast sleep on you the second I see you pick her up and throw her.
That's all right. Okay, so the second I already said I walked off though. I mean, if you want to cast sleep on her, that's fine, but I'm gonna play this out because she is not gonna be happy if you knock her out.
I
I
know,
had-
but I feel like this is
Yeah.
like Buddy's whole thing is
All
family.
right,
Yeah.
do it.
And I feel like this is a moment to
Teaching
Yeah.
moment.
All right, knock her out.
And how many hit points do you have, Helaena, currently?
I got 17. I'm not going to do PvP, but we're going to roleplay this.
Yeah.
Well, you immediately fall asleep. That's how that works.
Yeah, like turns around to walk away and goes, patrol.
I had been going to Helaena to try and stop her. How much is left after her 17?
I mean,
that would be
10
plus
20.
16.
How much?
20.
20?
20.
Oh, yeah, 20.
Quincy had like hurried over, and then as soon as they were about to meet, they like collide and then fall to the ground because Quincy also goes down.
So I'm the only one out of the people going after Helaena in that area that is awake now. Because I have 30 HP.
Absolutely already just laying on the ground like, that was mean.
I'm
tired.
It's just going to rub at his temples.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna wake Quincy up, and I'm just gonna like gentle slaps on his face. Wake up, buddy! Wake up!
But your buddy, whoa, what happened?
All right, I think we need to have a conversation with Helaena right now about how family is not the military.
Well, that's for sure.
We need to be given benefit of the doubt if accidents happen, and we really need to if she's approaching every situation as if the military, we are not a military. We are brothers and sisters right now. So we've got to, I don't know, something came over me. I don't know what. I don't want any conflict in this family. I want us to be conflict is us against the problem. We are not the problem.
I mean, I guess you did stab Tilda and all she did was, well, she did hit you.
Yeah, but that wasn't a pick up and throw.
Well, I feel like the punishment matches the crime with that. I mean, you stabbed her hand a little bit. You got knocked in the face.
In that scenario, I slapped him. Like it was intentional versus I was not intending to hit Helaena.
One point of damage, it was just like a little. I don't know. Something just feels wrong about the deliberate picking up and throwing. I feel like a quick reactionary slap is one thing, but I think we need to have a conversation about what this group is.
Remember, Helaena pinned her up against the tree and said that to her. And when she blew it off, then she threw her down. So it was not just a pick up and throw. It was kind of worse.
Okay. It was a whole deal. And
yes.
With that being said, your minute of this sleep enchantment is about to run up. So
okay. If it's if we're getting to the close to the end of the minute, that's my last spell for the day. Until we have a short rest. I want to go check up on Tilda. I don't care if she wakes up when I'm checking up on Tilda.
Okay.
Real quick, what time of day is it again?
This is about to be dusk, actually.
Okay.
You guys have traveled for a while, and now you guys have had this happen. It's close to dusk.
Buddy.
Yeah.
As you're going to check over on Tilda, I'll stick with Helaena, but as you're walking away from Quincy, well, I don't think that was uncalled for. It certainly seemed a little extreme on everyone's part.
Honestly, I think extreme is needed right now because there's an elephant in the room, and it is that the
military-industrial complex.
The military-industrial complex, but it's also that we have not had a discussion about how we react to one another. We have not come up with some sort of we talked a little bit of strategy, but that's not talking about who we are to one another. And I think this is as good a time as any to have it because we don't want any situation like this again.
Agreed.
Tilda, you were being checked up on by Buddy at this point.
And Quincy will just sit next to Helaena, crisscross applesauce until she wakes up.
That's my plan too.
The crisscross applesauce for me.
Yeah. Helaena, you do wake up.
Immediately, because she went face first down into the ground with that sleep spell, immediately rolls over onto her back and comes back up to pull weapons, thinking she's been knocked out in some way, and then looks around her, puts the sword back in the sheath, and goes, So I have a couple of guesses about who knocked me out.
I will save you the guesses. It was me.
All right,
Why?
straight to the point.
Because we need to have a conversation about what we do and do not do to our siblings. And
Siblings.
yes,
Really?
because that's what we are. You can say what you want, but we are in this situation and we have found ourselves as siblings. And
Blood doesn't make a family.
blood does make a family, actually, because if you grow up with nothing, and you have, because you grew up similar than I did,
Mhm.
if you grow up with nothing, you found a family in the military. And I'm proud of you for that. I did not have that luxury. This is the first family I've ever found. And we do not do this to each other. I'm putting my foot down. We do not throw each other. I'm sorry that I cast a spell on you. I promise you, soul to soul, brother to sister, I will not do that again. But what I need you to understand right now is that we need to have a discussion of who we are. Quincy, Abydan, Helaena, Tilda, Buddy. Who are we as a unit right now? Because we are a family, whether you like it or not.
I think you're ignoring the larger problem here is one. Yeah, I picked her up and threw her, but I probably did that to more of my siblings than I can remember. You get into half fights all the time when you have siblings, especially when you grow up rough like we did. What
Yes,
you
but
don't
there's a
do
different-
is knock
for children.
someone out.
Children throw each other down. Children do that stuff. You
Have
are
you ever lost
an
anyone,
adult.
buddy? Have you watched someone be killed in front of you from a very, very, very preventable accident?
I have, actually. I have seen many people die. I have not I have seen my share of violence in my life, Helaena. I have seen
I didn't
many
say
things
violence.
happening. I have
I
seen
said
friends
a
die,
preventable.
and I have seen people cut off my fingers as punishment. This is nothing new to me. But I promise you, I'm not going to see any of you die. And I may see you hurt, but I'm not going to stand by and watch you guys get hurt.
You knocked me out after she hit me with friendly fire.
It was an accident.
Accidents kill
happen.
people.
Accidents happen. And are you dead?
No, I'm not. But you have no idea how close those kinds of things can come. In the heat of the moment, when you aren't paying attention, you don't have training, you don't have discipline, or you do have training, but you lack discipline.
Then why don't you take a responsibility for a second and teach us some of that? We don't have this we don't have this military training. If
Fine,
you want
I'd
to
be
talk
happy
to
to.
us about strategy, if you want to talk to us about examining what abilities we have now, please do it for us. Because that is
Fine.
your strength, Helaena.
Fine. If you want me to teach you, I'm happy to. But don't ever, ever, ever put me out against my will again.
And I promise you that I won't. I make that promise as a sibling. I make that promise as a man that I'm not going to do that to you again. But this needed to happen.
Buddy. Helaena uncrosses her arms, loosens her body language, and steps up to Buddy and kind of almost pulls him into conference, but lets everyone else hear this and goes, what? You grew up in the brothel where your mother worked, correct?
Yeah.
What was the policy if they liked how you looked?
What do you mean, the women or the...
Any. In my brother's brothel, they didn't care.
It was you were put to work at a youngest age you could possibly. If you flowered, you were put to work.
So do you understand why knocking me out might be a problem?
Helaena had not considered that. And I'm sorry.
I joined the army to escape that. The youngest you can join in Everil is 16. And I ran as fast as I could from that gorgeous building with its big grand doors and beautiful bedrooms where men and women came and went for their pleasure. And my mother wanted me to follow in her footsteps. And I ran.
Helaena, I don't know if anyone's ever told you this before, but I'm proud of you for taking your life in your own hands. And I'm truly sorry that if I caused anything like that to come back up, it was not my intention. And I want you to know it is comparable in some way to Tilda's not intention of hurting you physically.
I shouldn't
didn't
have
mean
done
to hurt you
that.
emotionally.
I should not have done that to her. And she immediately turns to Tilda and she goes, I'm sorry. I had 2 soldiers die in preventable accidents, and frankly, it was my fault. But he's right. If I want that to not happen again, then I need to make sure that I'm training and teaching you like I was trained and taught to do. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry too. I don't understand the capacity of my power. And I have been beaten and abused by my siblings before, so I had to learn real quickly to brush it off and be okay with it. But just because I'm small and a little naive doesn't mean that I'm not welcome here and that I'm not capable. So I'm very sorry that I hurt you, and I would appreciate any guidance in navigating these new things. But I think I'm going to start standing up for myself too. Thank you, Buddy, for standing up for me.
I'll stand up for any of you in any situation.
With all of that being said, are we able to move on together?
Yes.
Still really tired.
Abydan, will you join us over here for a second?
Yes.
I don't know if this is something that you guys have been thinking about, but this has been on my mind since that will was read. You know, if kingdoms were divided between us, that's one thing. But what that did was that created, whether you like it or not, a group, a system of us, whether that's through governance or through running away together. We are in this. And you can walk away, but I'm not going to let you be. I'm not going to let you abandon this because I've lost too many things and I finally have something that I've always wanted. And damn it, I'm going to keep it.
Abydan immediately is just going to hug Buddy, like just full on.
Buddy just cries.
I have had my doubts about each and every one of you. I really still don't know how I feel fully, but Buddy, you're right, and Abydan, like we discussed, it doesn't matter whether or not it's real. We're in it. So, to continue with one another in the best way possible, Helaena, I believe it would be beneficial for us all if maybe we all got a little bit of military training.
I'm happy to do that when we are in a safer area. I mean, it's ideal, it's quiet, but we still don't know enough about what's chasing us. And that's always important when you're trying to plan a strategy, is to gain as much information as possible. And right
Yes,
now,
and-
we don't have enough.
If I'm being honest, I don't think that leather armor is going to cut it for me anymore.
Leather armor, I don't have any.
You can have mine if you want. Mine was good for catching, street criminals, but I've gone through 2 pairs of outfits, or two outfits, and this one was my good one. And the party clothes that he had put on after he pissed himself was like the light blue and silver
Yeah.
from the other part of Everil's flag, and kind of a jacket with like tie and everything, and it's ruined. And also the armor is not really protecting me. If you know how to train someone to wear more, better armor, that would be appreciated.
Quincy, more better is not grammatically correct.
I tried to correct myself, but thank you.
Quincy. in my training as, well, partially a knight, I was made aware how to don and doff heavier sets of armor, though I've never preferred wearing them. When we work on our team building with Helaena, we can work on that as well.
One of the most important things is to ensure that you have the strength to wear heavier armor.
I don't
Some
think
people
that'll
just
be an issue.
Quincy's
fantastic.
jacked. That's not going to be a problem.
Well, I say, look at his biceps. Practically
What's
straining
bicep?
the leather right there.
Well, I did buy this whenever I was, a little bit less so.
You've been on the
So
game.
Then maybe we need to get to Redoran with all haste and try to find things that will suit our new position as outlaws? I'm not quite sure. Hunted?
Brigands.
Yes, better. Brigands. We're not raiding things. I don't like brigands.
Well, speaking of brigands and raiding things, Quincy here, and I open up my pack and I pull out like 3 more shirts that I took from Holland, and I'm like, "You need any of these?"
yeah, the collar on this one was completely ruined by that spider's bite.
Yeah,
Might
this one's
as
got
well.
a nice. This one's got a nice collar on it. Here you go.
It's just like the oldest sweat-stained like beige.
And it is absolutely too small. Like,
It's
Um,
like too small in the chest, but too long in the torso. Like just awful.
After, giving Buddy a few more pats on the back, we'll kind of pull back from him.
and Helaena, I need to see your arm. You're still bleeding.
That. She holds out her arm to you.
I'll put 2 points of lay on hands into you. So the wound is closed up.
And then hold on, and then I'll wrap it up with the bandage just to make sure it doesn't start bleeding again. As the resident healer of the group, I guess this is kind of what I do now.
Excuse me? How many people have you healed in battle?
Listen, I've healed Quincy
Uh,
3 times.
I've healed myself a good number of times too.
I
Quincy,
can't
I don't
heal
know if
anything.
that's
I can
helping
only
your
hit
case.
things.
And here I am healing this group. Everyone has done something except you, Abydan.
Yeah, I know.
No, you.
I know,
helped
I don't
with the
contribute
caravan.
enough.
No, Abydan. Let me tell you,
No.
when in that fight with them displacer beasts, or as Tilda would say, displacer beefs, that was incredible.
Sometimes I have a lisp.
That's not a lisp.
Just sometimes.
I don't remember words,
That was
apparently.
incredible with the cart and the donkey. You contribute just enough, or more than enough.
Yes, Abydan, one of the best things you can do in battle is be aware of and utilize your surroundings, and I do think you did that fantastically.
I don't need ego reinforcement, guys.
No,
I
you definitely
appreciate it.
don't.
I'm just here to
Helena's
keep the
smiling at you when she says that, like she's teasing you.
So we can actually balance it out with an insult. Abydan. Oh wait, that does bring up another point. What was with your hair and skin after you teleported?
I use a mage hand to give Abydan a wet willy.
Wait, whose mouth do you use to make the mage hand?
You just
fingers
see Buddy
wet?
go, oh.
That was disgusting.
You ever get the heebie-jeebies? Like someone give you a wet willy without there being anything?
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
just you, Abydan.
This is definitely the episode now.
There was the list.
Yeah.
This is
no.
definitely the episode now to just get all of your questions about everyone else out.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, because how the hell can you teleport Abydan?
Well, I'm an Eladrin. We can
Are
do that.
you?
What do you,
I
what
love
do you
that
mean,
movie.
are you? But I am very clearly an Eladrin. I'm
That's
a
true.
golden elf.
Yes, but you weren't golden after you teleported.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone saw that one.
I saw
Yes.
But what do you mean? How did I look?
You were
What do you mean?
gray, you had black hair, and did not look like your normal golden sunshiny self.
It was a little unsettling, honestly.
I believe, like, dark, sinister music started playing too.
it. That was you, Quincy.
No, that was in my head, yeah.
I don't know what that means. I've really only been able to hone the ability recently, so I'm
So,
not sure.
are you unaware that you did like a physical change or what?
I didn't know I changed. No, it's not like I teleported in front of a mirror.
Well, hey, is there water around?
You guys have been following the stream still, which
Oh, really? Okay.
next to, well, I mean, it leads next to the road. So yeah, there is an amount of a body of water. Yeah.
Is it clean? Because
Yeah, it's clean.
further south. Okay, so when did the black sludge stop?
It stopped about an hour south.
Okay, so we're right
about
at
where
the
you guys
edge.
are. Yeah, literally
Yeah.
about where you
Cool.
guys are. Sorry.
Wow, it looks like there's a clearing right here where the water's clear.
Clear water clearing.
So Abydan, if you don't believe us, I mean, go ahead and do it, and then look.
Okay. I'll over in front of the thing, and as they say, Abydan's appearance does become much more ghastly and wane, as well as with black hair. Oh, that's unsettling.
Yeah.
Listeners, Noah Carter has demonstrated that Abydan is poking his face by poking his own face.
I know, my face is unsettling. Thank you, Tara.
Little gaunt, little sallow. You look a little pale.
I'm not a fan of this.
Noah, is there have I ever heard of anything like this?
Likely not. Not after just a simple teleportation of an Eladrin. No.
Is there? Ooh, okay.
Do I feel magically different to anyone?
Oh, sure, your vibe's all off. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't
what do
know.
you- what-
I don't know. I didn't know I did this.
Do I seem magically different? No, you.
Oh,
You're
let
the
me look at
same
your
dude.
chakras and.
Hey, listen, I'm a paladin. I'm not a wizard or a bard or anything special.
Okay, I am a bard. But we can't just see magic.
I don't even know what I am.
Yes,
cool.
Buddy. That's another question I had.
Yeah, no, let's.
At this point, Abydan's appearance will return to normal.
Yeah, let's analyze another one in the room real
Well-
fast.
We'll table you for now, Abydan. I am very curious about that.
Agreed. So, buddy, what's up with you?
Okay, so I have a working theory, which is that I have a bit of a compulsive gambling problem, and
It's a good theory.
that's how I ended up like this. And I hold up my hands.
The lucky hands.
Payments when I can't repay. Now, one time I did meet this fella. He was real tall, really. I thought he was, I thought he was elf, but looking back, he was like the elven features were like way too elvish. Do you know what I mean?
Like more than me.
Like a caricature.
Like he was carved from marble or granite, yes.
Yeah, and I probably this was when I was in one of my high points where I probably had I had a lot of gold to my name, and I lost it all to this fella, and I tried to win it back, and he said, "Hey, let's play for something else." I said, "What?" And he said, "Something you can't really get back." And anyway, we rolled the dice. I lost, and he didn't take anything from me, but he did give me this card, and I just hand them a black card.
Yes.
And that's it.
Divine sense.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Fey
Interesting.
Fiend, or Celestial Fiend, or Undead?
Isn't
It's-
it Fey Fiend or Undead?
Yeah, it's
oh,
Fey
yeah.
Fiend or Undead.
No, celestial for define.
Oh yeah, no, he's right. It's Celestial.
Okay,
Because,
gotcha.
because
Um,
Fey has nothing to do with divine.
Okay.
I don't know
Gotcha.
about that.
Then, with that, I don't think that your senses would have. There's no noxious odor, and there's no heavenly music in your ears. It appears to be very neutral. There's something magical, but it's neutral.
Well, buddy, good news. Whoever you lost that game of cards to, they're not a fiend, nor are they undead, nor are they from an angelic plane. Bad news, that doesn't leave a lot of possibilities for what else you lost to.
Now that I'm thinking about it, whenever I did make the bet. I was saying like, haha, what are you gonna take my soul?
Oh no.
He didn't really laugh. I thought it was funny, but
You didn't
can
get
I
a
just take the
name
black
or-
card back?
You didn't get a name or anything?
No, I didn't get a name.
Does the black card say anything?
No, I mean it like
No,
it
it's an
has like
entirely black card.
it's just black.
Can I like
Buddy,
feel it?
did
There are no
this
pips or anything on it. No.
whatever what I'm trying to ask you is, does this, and she waves to the sheen of sparkles that's still kind of covering her, does this come off?
I mean I don't know, but and I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast. And it kind of smells a little bit like a Noah, what would be like a really good, like a really popular dessert?
A honey leaf clover cheesecake.
So as I do that, the sparkles fly off of this pink energy, and it kind of gives off that smell.
That does not answer my question, so the first thing I'm doing before we get into the city is taking a bath.
That's
yes.
all I can tell you is that it smells good, and there's sparkles. That's all I can tell you.
Fair
So-
enough.
It's like Pride Festival.
Yes, Bard Pride. I've been there.
Yeah, it's
What-
lovely.
So what else can you do? I mean, you obviously cursed that spider.
I
And,
cursed the spider. Apparently, I can put people to sleep. Apparently, I can like make a fire, a fairy kind of like thing
Wait.
to like light things up.
Fairy?
Fairy.
I mean, it kind of like like this glittery sparkles. It felt like fairies. I don't know why.
DM,
Well, the-
is there some kind of roll we could make to like logic this out to be like, so his soul was not sold to an undead, a devil, or celestial.
I'm gonna say
He's
no
walking
for
around-
the time being. I'm gonna say no for the time being. I think that's a puzzle that you guys can puzzle out maybe at a later time or progress.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that
and-
doesn't ring any bells in my brain, so
And
we may have
Noah,
to put a pin in that.
I
Yes,
meant
buddy.
to text you about a few things, and then I got busy with work. But one of those things that I did want to text you about is a change in a sort of way to like an idea of the lucky feat, but an unlucky feat where at random points I can give myself disadvantage on rolls because I am unlucky.
I kind of love that.
So can I try to make some sort of check with disadvantage and just like see what happens? I don't expect anything. I just want to.
Sure. Probably the nearest thing that you could do would be make a perception check at disadvantage. Yeah.
Perceive that your soul is sold.
That is a natural one.
Nice.
That was an 8 and a 1.
Based on the conversation, you're very much so in-depthly focused on what everyone is saying. That's about as much as what you're able to perceive at this moment, or your direct surroundings, the people who are talking to you. But even with a crit 1, there's something else that pops into your head, and that's Tilda. Tilda, who was slammed down, who, the conversation is sort of steered away from. But your heart, you defended Tilda, and you're sort of circled back to it.
Hilda, are you still tired?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should probably make a camp somewhere, right?
I really have been loving this heart to heart, guys. It's been really good.
We're only an hour away from where we were, but it is getting dark.
Noah, as you say that, go ahead and make a perception check, please.
Perception.
No.
Please never say that
19.
ever again.
19. With your perception check, you were able to see that there are a total of 5 cone swirler bushes, the tree-sized bushes that I mentioned before, that intertwine to make sort of a hut. You notice that there are 5 of them directly around you guys, where you in fact could potentially sleep here for the night. This has been a decent conversation, so I mean you could rest here, and at least if anything flies over you guys, it'd be hidden.
All right.
I currently have no spell slots, no ability to wild shape. Like I can do basically nothing but cantrips right now, so it would make sense to take a long rest, or at least a short rest if we can. And in character wise, I'm actively nodding off. So
Then we rest here, get started at first light.
I guess
Sounds good to
like a
me.
plan. Yeah.
I'll take the back half of the night as normal.
I'll take the first.
I'll take second.
All right, you have your 3 for watch. Tilda and Buddy, you guys are going to be able to sleep through the whole night tonight under the watchful eyes of Abydan, Helaena, and Quincy. All right. What do you guys eat for the night? You eat some more jerky first?
Yeah. We
Do
eat
you
some
risk-
more of the meat.
Well,
what about the
question
frogs?
specifically
Yeah.
as I asked that, my question specifically as I asked that is, I understand you all have killed these frog creatures, the leopard frogs. Presumably you guys will skin them. Presumably you guys will preserve them to the best of your ability. Do you risk, though, lighting a fire is the question.
To be able to cook them only, maybe? Is that
Yeah.
could Buddy Eldritch Blast?
well no, that's not
Me.
fire enough.
Yeah, it's
Very
force.
It's not fire enough.
So-
I don't have an awful survival.
I
Well,
also don't have
Abydan-
an awful survival.
Abydan has his tinderbox.
Abydan has tinderbox, but in order for survival, we need logs, we need wood, etc.
Yeah.
Buddy,
I have
go
a pretty
ahead
good
and make a
survival, too.
survival roll.
Can
I help
Tilda
him with
assist
that?
me?
Oh.
What was that, Buddy?
I can help too because I have a good high survival.
Oh, then how
Okay,
about
but-
I assist you? Because what's yours?
I mean, 4 is high.
Okay, well, mine's
+4.
+3, so yours is like 1 better than mine.
Well, how about this? Instead of comparing numbers, let's both of you roll for survival, and I'll take the higher of the 2.
All right.
And then Abydan and Quincy and Helaena will take care of actually cleaning the beasts and preparing them for whatever.
That's entirely correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a natural 1.
I rolled a 4 for a total of 7.
You come back with like
I'm
2 twigs.
So sorry.
You come
Half
back with
asleep.
2 twigs?
I tried really hard, but I'm still so sleepy.
What will these 2 twigs get me?
Quincy, I think these leaves might help. It's definitely poison ivy. I just gave you poison ivy.
I take my gloved hand
Not burn
and
that.
I throw
Do not
it.
burn poison ivy.
I throw it into the forest again with my gloved hand.
Good night.
That was
You-
bad, Tilda.
Throw it into the forest. Destroy
Listen,
it.
I couldn't find
Better.
any sticks, but I think we should keep this one. Here's one for the fire, and I handed it to Quincy. I think we should keep this one as a talking stick.
I
did-
believe so.
Incinerate the old one, didn't I?
Yeah, we
It
need
was-
a new one, and this is a pretty good stick.
It was a
All
worthy
right,
sacrifice,
quick.
though.
Since you didn't gather enough logs, Tilda, throw all of your torches onto this pile and we'll just use them all.
I do have a couple torches.
I'm not gonna lie, I got distracted when I saw the good stick, and I thought this would be a really good talking stick, and I really just
I
came
have
right back to show you.
3 torches.
No, can I try and find
Yes.
additional?
Yes.
I'm so
May.
sorry. That natural one just came out of nowhere.
We
That's
just want a
hilarious.
hot
I love
meal.
it.
I'll be
Quincy,
right back.
yours is the last roll for looking for the wood.
Is it a natural 20?
20?
Yeah.
Natural 20
Let's go!
plus
Quincy
1
is over it.
plus 1.
That was
I come back probably. Sorry, DM. I'm also a DM, so so I just come back with like a chest full, just wide armed, carrying like about 8 logs worth of wood. I'm just like,
Find that, Quincy.
here we go.
All right. Awesome.
You're really good at this.
You guys have, so I'll go ahead and say this. Tilda, even though you brought poison ivy originally, you also do find some dry leaves that you gather. Buddy,
Like it was
your
a
4
bunch of dry leaves, but like there's poison ivy there too, and I'm like, here you go.
Right.
Quincy.
Right. After it's picked through, you have a bunch of dry leaves to go ahead and get the fire started. Buddy, you're able to gather some twigs as well as a new talking stick. And then Quincy, you're able to get the larger pieces that'll actually keep the fire going and hot enough for you all to be able to cook the meat. With that being said, you all will now be able to each gain 5 rations, which can be preserved for you guys, specifically from the leopard frogs. As you all add that to your inventory and everything, dusk does come and then night falls. As night falls, there are these again the 5 huts of the swirler bushes that are there. You guys are able to each have sort of a private space for this moment. As that happens, though, it looks like I've got a few people who are on watch. Looks like Quincy, you said you're taking second watch. Helaena, you're taking first, and then Abydan is taking third watch, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
because Abydan only needs 4 hours of sleep.
Very good. Abydan, you go ahead and take your 4 hours of sleep. Abydan, go ahead and make a perception check.
That is a 23.
Total 23. Sort of similarly as to the cry of the child, or to the cry of the children that you heard before. At this point, you hear something different while you're asleep. You hear a single young female child's laughter. But it seems to be echoing. That's all you get. Helaena, make a perception check during your watch, please.
I need new dice. It's a 7 total.
You see nothing. Nothing looks out of the ordinary or anything like that during your watch. Quincy, you're on second.
That is a 4.
You also see nothing during your watch.
Both of the humans were on watch, just kind of squinting, trying to see through the dark.
Abydan, with your dark vision that you have, go ahead and make a perception check for your late night, early morning watch.
That is a natural 20 plus 5. 25.
All right.
I guess
Awesome.
actually, technically, our perceptions should be a disadvantage if it's nighttime.
Yeah, but you rolled a 1 and a 4. I don't care that much.
He's got a point there. What are you going to roll? Double natural ones?
Anyways, Abydan, you also see nothing during your watch. With that being said, my friends, light breaks. You all are still in the forest. However, now within the light, you all are able to see something somewhat off in the distance that sort of piques your interest. You're able to see just off of the main road where you guys have been next to a mountain, or you guys are now next to a mountain for an amount of time. You all are able to see the opening of a cave. The cave has warning signs around it. But aside from the warning signs around the cave, it seems to be emanating the same fog that you all discovered earlier. That being said, my friends, that's where we're going to call tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for playing.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
And you all get to
Yeah.
create in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. And as always, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was wild.
Mhm.
Hello. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you liked what you've heard, you can always support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, rating us, and telling your friends, and all the other things that people always ask for. You can also follow us on Instagram at bardun.adventures. That's BARDUN.adventures. If you enjoyed the music featured in this podcast, you might consider supporting the creator, Troy Drinkard, by contributing to his Patreon at Drinkard the Bard. That's DRINKARD, the Bard. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.